Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm here with Kia Carpenter. Kia is the business office coordinator for Brookdale at Harbor Bay and Gig Harbor, Washington. Kia, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for inviting me, Matthew.
Good, good. So I reached out to Kia and I reached out to you. I wanted to speak with you about just some uplifting stories about team members and employees who are going above and beyond in the face of crisis. And wanted to find out, first of all, how are things going out there in Gig Harbor? What's the vibe in the community like right now?
You know what? The vibe of the community is absolutely amazing. On a daily basis, we are just constantly being flooded with phone calls from community members asking how they can be of service. Are there any donation items they can give to us, such as sanitizer or mask, or even, or if we're accepting any donations for food wise for the staff that are just working those long shifts. They are really doing their best to support us. We 100% appreciate it. And, in turn, we're doing our best to support the community as well. It's really is a partnership. So, we're doing our due diligence by keeping them safe, of course, with the no visitors, and just really monitoring very closely our staff and just trying to keep them educated on kind of what's going on in the community. And as far as when the governor issues their orders, just suggestions. And again, education, 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 and partnership.
That's awesome. It's really frustrating for a lot of people to be faced with something like this. Like, you and I were talking a little bit before that, this is something nobody's ever seen. We never really anticipated seeing in our lifetime. And to hear that people are stepping up and doing what they can to, just as a community kind of pulling together is really refreshing. What's it like inside the workplace there? What's the vibe among the employees and the caregivers? What's the vibe like with the residents?
You can walk through the door and literally feel the happiness when you hit the door. Just because everything's going crazy outside of these walls, we want to make sure that we maintain a peace, a passion, and just a happy upliftedness for all of our staff. And essentially, it's important for all of our residents. We are in, a delicate community that caters to dementia and Alzheimer clients. So, they're very sensitive to emotions, feelings. They can, I tell all the staff members, they can feel what you're feeling. They can feel your body language,
Yeah.
or just the pure emotion that you have giving off. So it's really important to just maintain consistency, and then just making sure that you're just providing a calm environment that's nurturing, of course, but at the same time, just giving them just that little pick-me-up.
That's awesome. That's great. That's really great to hear. So like we said before, we're looking for some of those stories that are, where employees are stepping up and kind of going above and beyond the call of duty. That's something you hear, thrown around a little bit, but what's that look like in your community, in your Brookdale?
In my Brookdale, it starts all the way up from the regional team. I'm just so proud of how our regional team has reacted to the pandemic that's going on, and just making sure that we're implementing those infection control policies, that making sure that our residents are the number one priority. Businesses, it's business, especially for the regional team, but for them to say, hey, we're putting all that to the side. We want to focus on our residents first and making sure that our residents are taken care of, number one. It's just a beautiful thing to see. As far as here at community level, I'll give you a story that just happened on Thursday. It's very rare that you hear these type of stories, especially when it's your executive director. And it's like, hey, he came in, he gave us all, courtesy text, wear your jeans. We're going to just have a community cleaning day. We all came in, we're all in our jeans. We've got my executive director shampooing floors. My maintenance guy is going around and he's disinfecting all of the resident apartments. I'm in there scrubbing bathrooms. So just things like that, making it fun, making sure you're supporting your employees. It's because right now, some employees are struggling with childcare. They have smaller children. They may cannot afford childcare. So they may not be able to come to work on specific days. So just making sure we're not chastising them or making them feel bad because they're not available, but stepping up and saying, hey, if you can't do the housekeeping, we can. We're a team, we're in it together. That's what we're all here for. So just really keeping that camaraderie and just letting each and every employee know that they are important, they are cherished, and just continuing to spread the love.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, you mentioned some of the struggles that employees are having to go through right now. How are people, how are people dealing with that, and how are, how's the team rallying around each other where they can, or, what's the kind of thing you see from the employees themselves?
Absolutely, and we have a couple employees that are dealing with childcare issues, or some that we're saying, hey, if you even think that you're not feeling well, we'd rather you take a couple days of R&R just to be on the safe side. It takes a lot when you come through and you're providing patient care. It's
Yeah,
a lot emotionally, it's a lot physically. So if you're not 100% or you're dealing with a little bit of sickness yourself, it really truly takes away from what you can give to that resident. So we're making sure we're just supporting them by encouraging them to stay home if need be. We don't want to take any chances. Even if you don't have a fever or a cough, you would pass the screenings. Stay at home. Take care of yourself. When they are at work, making sure that, hey, what do you guys want to eat today? You guys have had a long day. We're dealing with a lot going on. What can we get for you guys to kind of bridge this gap? So you're not looking for, I didn't bring a lunch today. What am I going to eat for lunch? Everything's closed. So from that perspective, just making sure that they're taken care of and fed. And then just making sure that we're giving them the information about how Brookdale is supporting them from a corporate level, making sure they know about our compassion fund, making sure that they know about PTO being able to be donated, making sure that they know that the steps to take if they do have to be off for COVID testing, that they can go through the LNI channels, and how that works to the Brookdale system. So again, just keeping them educated, supported, and just making sure that they know that they're the reason why we're in such a good position that we're in. If it's not for those frontline workers, I don't know where we'd be right now. They come in every day and they put their fears to the side, they put their pride to the side, and they give 100% of themselves to the people that they're helping. And it's really, truly a beautiful thing to see.
that's awesome. That's awesome. What's the response been like from the employees? I mean, to know that the company and from what it sounds like anyway, all the way up the ladder, what have you seen the response from the employees been about that kind of thing?
Oh, we've had a great response. As I said, for some of the ones who were struggling with childcare issues, we've had employees that have stepped up. I'll take that shift for this person, or do I need to stay longer so I can help transition in between meal times? Or if someone, even from a different department, is, can I go in the kitchen and help maybe wash dishes or cook in the meantime? Is there something I can do to help? Just that additional step. And it really ties into our mission is there anything else I can do for you? And our employees have
That's
that
right.
so ingrained in their mind. What else can I help you with? Is there anything else I can do for you? Is there anything else that you need? And they're just doing an exceptional job on making sure that we're supported as administration staff, because they understand we're working for them. We work for them. We come to work every day and we lay it out on the line for them.
Yeah, there's a
So
real.
it's a pull and tug. So it just goes both ways.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, one thing I wanted to know is, you being, a part of this every single day. What does the rest of the world need to know about the people that are on the front lines? I mean, what would you say to somebody else that doesn't have a grasp on what your team is going through right
What I would say to people who don't quite understand or what's going on the front line, or what it may feel like to be on the front line, is just have compassion. Just have compassion. Some of these people are coming here working 12 to 16-hour shifts.
now?
They can't get to the grocery store like some others may be, or if they're out in public, they're they're going to be in their scrubs. They're going to be tired. They may not be as aware or cautious as some are, wearing masks out in public and et cetera. So just have some compassion. These people are really coming to work and they're giving it their all. They're getting up, they're leaving their children, some of their spouses at home just so they can come take care of someone else. So if you see a healthcare worker out, just have some compassion. Just maybe say a quick thank you. It goes a long way.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I wanted to follow that up with, for people on your team that may be watching, or somebody that you're tied in, what would you like to say to your team right now if you got the chance?
I would just like to tell my team thank you. From a personal perspective as well, I was out about 10 days myself with the flu not too long ago, and my team just really rallied around me and supported me, checked on me every single day. I'm talking about from my caregivers, from the kitchen staff, to my nurse, from the ED, even the regional sales manager reached out to check on me. So just a true thank you for our team and just for being as wonderful and just caring as they are. They truly do have big hearts.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Kia, I want to thank you so much for your time today. Again, that's Kia Carpenter. Kia is the business office coordinator for Brookdale Harbor Bay in Gig Harbor, Washington. Kia, from all of us at My Employees and everybody out there, I want to thank you and your team for just the phenomenal job that you guys are doing right now. We're all rooting for you, and we've all got your back. Just want to say thank you very much.
And thank you guys for helping us create that atmosphere for them. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kia. Have a great afternoon.
You as well, Matthew.